I'm going to show you how the British Geological Survey works out how much gas in shale there might be under parts of the United Kingdom. What I'm showing you here is our geovisionary software, which enables us to see the geology of Britain from the top. And we're going to look at some shale basics now. The different colours there are different rock types, and the green is the shale layer. That's the Bowland shale in the north of England. What we're doing is flying into northern Derbyshire, and we're flying to a hill called Mamtor, which you can see there when we turn the OS map on. And that cliff that you can see at the edge of Mamtor is a place where you can actually see shale being exposed, or exposed to the surface. If we turn the OS map on, look at the vegetation, you can see that grey cliff there of shale, and the green layer of shale as well when we turn the geology on. If we have a look at the shale, in close-up, this slide shows it, you can see on the left the layers of sandstone, which are yellowish, and the layers of shale, which are greyish colour. And if we look to the right, this is what the sandstone looks like if you have a microscope. It's largish particles with spaces in between. So if there's gas in there, it's quite easy to get out. But this is shale, which has much smaller particles. It's much harder to get gas out, which generally means you have to frack it to get the gas out. So that's what the shale looks like at Mamtor. Now we're going to fly up, high up again, leaving Mamtor behind. Again, we can see the whole of the north of England beneath us. The important thing to realise is that the shale that you could see there in green, though it's only at the surface in those places, goes down deep under the east and west of the Peak District, under Lincolnshire, Yorkshire, and Lancashire and Cheshire as well. And this is the area we studied to work out the amount of shale in the north of England. It's enclosed by the red line. What we did was build a 3D model, a three-dimensional model for the computer to work out how much shale there was. And then we made an assumption from work in America to work out how much gas. And this is some of the data, which is the outcrop of the data of the shale that we used. The yellow is the outcrop. And we also used 64 key boreholes which penetrated the shale, so we could understand what the shale was like away from the outcrop. We also used something like 15,000 miles of seismic lines, and that is basically soundings or sound wave profiles of the subsurface. And using that, we built a 3D computer model, and you'll see that coming up now. What you can see is part of the model which shows the depth to the base of the shale. And where it's blue is shallow, or where it's orange and yellow, it's deep. What we're going to do now is fly down below the surface as if the shale is transparent and enter the model. So the blue is the base of the shale. We're flying through it. We're going to fly over a fault now, and we're going to see a deeper shale here. This is underneath Cheshire. So above our heads is Manchester Airport and Northwich. It's getting shallower now. We're going to fly out from the model, and we're in the Welsh borders here. To the north, you can see the red area, which is the Blackpool, Lancashire area where the shale is deep. And again, you can see the Peak District, which is that grey area. And now we're going to fly east underneath the eastern part, again following the shale as if it's transparent, and its base is just below us here in blue. We're going to fly over a fault. The shale will drop down a bit further, and now you can see to the east, the shale going off towards the sea. What we're going to do now is fly out of the area into, we're just above, somewhere in eastern Sheffield here. And again, we're going to see the geology from high up. So this is the 3D model we used to calculate how much shale gas there is in the north of England. And a similar model will be used to work out how much there is in the Weald, south of London, and the central lowlands of Scotland. Now in the area we found two prospective units, an orange one and a green one, which is the upper one. Green one's there. And we can combine them together to work out how much gas there is in the whole area. And this is the estimate. So we came up with 1,300 trillion cubic feet of gas in the area. And the important thing is this is a resource estimate. In other words, it's the amount of gas that we think is down there. It doesn't mean that's the amount of gas that we can actually produce